26 zamas were arrested in Stilfontein this week after emerging from abandoned mine shafts. The arrests were made between Monday and Thursday, with 4 individuals resurfacing at the Margaret Shaft and 22 at the Buffelsfontein Shaft 10. The arrested miners are expected to appear in the Stilfontein Magistrates Court today. For an update on this story, we are now joined by the Northwest South African Police Service spokesperson, Colonel Adele Myburgh. Colonel Myburgh, a very good morning to you. Thank you so much for making time for us. So the last update that we got was that 26 zamas have been arrested since Monday. Has this number increased by any chance since this last update?
No, I have not been informed of any new ones that came out, except maybe they came out through the night. But up until yesterday, the last surfacing was 6 people that came out yesterday.
Okay, and all 26 of them will be appearing in court today?
Yes, most of them will definitely be appearing today.
Okay, then let's speak about this ongoing operation, Colonel Myburgh. Since the start of Operation Vala Umgodi, specifically in the Northwest and in Stilfontein, are you able to indicate to us how many people have been arrested so far?
Yes, we have just passed the 1,500 mark of people that have resurfaced.
1,500 people that have been resurfaced. Where are they being kept, considering that this is a large number of individuals?
Well, I must tell you, the district commissioner have had her hands full to get enough space in our police cells, especially before court appearance. These people are detained in police cells. So we've had throughout the districts, we've had them placed in various cells, throughout our province, but specifically in the Dr. KK district. After the first court appearance, then most of them are taken to our Department of Correctional Services. And here and there we would help out, if there was a problem, but most of them went to the Department of Correctional Services after their first court appearance.
Yeah. And then considering that the majority, we were told, are foreign nationals, and the majority, once again, of them, the foreign nationals, are undocumented illegally in the country, how does the police then deal with that particular aspect, considering that on one end they have broken the law when it comes to mining in the country, but then they're also illegal in the country?
Well, we charge them for both those contraventions. They are charged for being illegal immigrants and also for being, illegal mining. So they are charged for both.
And none of them have been deported since?
No, definitely. There's been, from those 1,500, a lot of them have been deported. I can't give you the exact amount now, but definitely, after appearing in court, the court comes, that they come up with their decision. And then from there, a lot of them have been deported.
Yeah, and that's the thing that I have a bit of a difficulty with. So you have this operation, money is spent on this operation. The illegal miners then come out, they are arrested, and the undocumented miners are then also charged with contravention of our migration law. But why are they deported instead of being prosecuted for the crime committed in contravention of our mining laws?
The decisions are not taken by the police. The decision is taken by the Department of Justice that decide, depending on, because each and every individual are being, brought before law. You can't take 1,500 and make a decision based on all of them. Each and every individual are taken to court. They appear individually, and decisions are taken based on each and every individual person that appears before court.
Yeah, and you don't have cases where some of these people have been released and then just return back to the mines and start working again?
Not at this moment that we are aware of. I can tell you one thing, nobody is getting in there without us knowing it. We will definitely not allow. We are at this moment 24/7 looking at these, guarding these mine shafts. So everybody that comes out are being detained. Nobody is allowed in. Only food is allowed in.
Yeah, and what's your intelligence currently telling you about how many people are still underground?
It's very difficult to say because, as we've been saying from the beginning, none of us have the equipment to go down there by ourselves, apart from the fact that it's really dangerous. We have kingpins down there that are heavily armed. So at this moment, there's a possibility, according to the information that we've received from those that have resurfaced, that they were saying possibly 300, 350, but in all honesty, nobody can say with exactly as to how many is down there.
Okay, and the plan for this operation, what's the end goal? Does this mean that the police will remain outside these mine shafts up until the last person has resurfaced?
We are definitely still remaining at these mine shafts. And obviously, as time goes by, each and every operation that are conducted by police are being evaluated. So it's difficult now to predict, to say that we will be there until next year, December or whatever. I can't say. But as the time goes by and information surface or we are receiving information, the operation will obviously be evaluated. But for now, we are sticking, we are not moving, we will remain there.
Yeah, and the thing about it is that you don't know for sure how many people are down there. So if a few resurface today, a few resurface the next day, how would you know that now you've reached your goal?
That's the thing. We work with the information that we get from those people resurfacing, but obviously not all of them are telling us the truth.
Yeah, so how are you going to deal with that? Because, and I'm asking this also, Colonel Myburgh, on what happened when the operation involved some of the technical experts coming from the mines, that there was a camera that was sent underground. And after that camera was sent underground, I don't know if another attempt was made to try and get footage from underground.
I think the whole purpose of that technical team was to evaluate so that they can give advice to the committee that was compiled by the Minister of Police. Remember, they work under the guardianship of the MEC for Community Safety and Transport Management. And that committee was compiled specifically to deal with helping these people to resurface, working closely with our local communities in order to solve this problem.
Okay, and then finally, some of the miners resurfacing are speaking about being almost held hostage at gunpoint when they try to resurface. Does this make your job as the police more difficult in terms of the case that you then bring against these individuals who would argue that actually the reason that I was stuck underground was because I was being held hostage?
Well, we've definitely had people that made those claims that they were kept hostage. But as I say once more, it's difficult to generalize. Each and every case are being dealt with individually by courts, and they look at each and every different person and the merits of that specific case.